Welcome viewers to Rona's Teaching Ministries, and this video is for you if you are a parent of a teenager who is taking their N-level, O-level, or IB exams. It also applies for A-levels. So what we're going to share what works in this video, and in this video one, we'll talk about the brain freeze as well as cover deep breathing techniques. So I'm a teacher and counselor for 20 over years. And while this teaching ministry is not intended to replace therapy and counseling, please note that you should seek counseling from trained professional therapists and counselors for any issues that you are facing. You are valuable and you are precious, and it's good to seek help from trained professionals. Now, we'll go right into the topic. First of all, if your child is having their O levels or A levels or IB, you as a dad or mom needs to reassure your child that you love him or her totally and that this is unconditional love, that his or her self-worth is not based on his or her marks, that or she is so much more than a grade. And this verbal reassurance is very important because we as Asians, we are often shy and we hold back from verbal reassurances of love. It's very liberating and reassuring for your child to hear that you love him or her totally and unconditionally. So empathize, show care and concern, and you can reflect their feelings and struggle. For example, you could say, I empathize that the IB and the N or the N or the O or the A level exams are very stressful and you are feeling very stressed and anxious. Dad and mom are here for you. You're not alone. So this is so important because they would feel that reassurance and support. Secondly, you can tell your teenager that it is enough that they just try their best, recognize their effort and small improvements. Example, you could say, just try your best and do it step by step. Don't pressurize yourself too much. You're doing well in your revision. So speak in a low, soothing tone because they are already extremely stressed out. And when you speak in a low, soothing tone, you are also calming yourself because I do empathize. It is so stressful for parents when their children take major exams. Thirdly, break down the overwhelmingly um, great tasks into more smaller steps. So give your teen a hug or pat on the shoulder. And what happens is that this will reassure them. And you can also cook their favorite meal because good nutrition helps nutritious soups, vegetables, fruits, wholemeal, and protein such as fish and chicken. Avoid sugar because that will give a very great sugar rush and then a crash. And also avoid junk food such as French fries and deep fried food because there's not good nutrition in that. Eat breakfast on the day of the exam, manage your time well, get to school early, and don't panic. Now, pray with your child if you're religious and based on your faith. God loves us. I have heard in the good news, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness, as what Jeremiah 31:3 says. You are greatly loved and valued, unique and special. So we want to help our teens to manage their anxiety. And what we want to do is to help them understand, firstly, why does my brain freeze? This is anxiety and panic. And secondly, what can I do when this happens? So if your teen panics before or during the exam, they're highly anxious, they're having a panic attack, blanking out, a mental block, a brain freeze, a stress reaction, test anxiety, and performance anxiety. Now, this is actually very common and understandable. I empathize that it does happen. And what do you do when such a thing happens? Okay, first we must understand that the brain goes into a fight, flight, freeze, or frenzy mode when it perceives a threat. So it sends a message to the brainstem, which then triggers a self-protectionist reaction. Freeze is one way that the brain responds to perceived threats in the environment. When the human being feels overwhelmed and threatened, they may freeze. And that is when they are emotionally and physically paralyzed, and also mentally paralyzed, and they feel stuck and do not know what to do. Now, if your teenager gets a panic attack in the exam, you can teach him this technique before the exam. Reassure them that they're going to be okay and teach them to breathe. Tell them to breathe in and out deeply, and then look up to break the negative energy and negative self-talk. Then they can rub their earlobes, the tender part of the ear between your thumb and the index finger. It helps to relax and to reduce anxiety, panic, and stress. Next, they can make positive self-talk statements that are calming and soothing. For example, it's okay, don't panic. The answer will come back to me. Breathe deeply. Let my brain rest for a while. I will be able to remember. Look at the exam question, underline the key question, and tackle it one step at a time. Stay calm, stay cool. I'm going to be okay. Pray to God if you're religious. Reach out to your higher power because God loves you and God is a God who cares. And then enter the recall mode. Start writing and answering the exam question. So this will help your child to feel calmer. We're going to dive deeper now into deep breathing technique. This is a 2-minute video that you can click on to watch more. But in summary, what the our writer says is to sit, stand, or lie down in a comfortable position. And if you're sitting, sit with a straight spine. Put your hands by your side or on your lap in a relaxed position. Minimize interruptions. Close your eyes to better concentrate on breathing. Breathe through your nose to prevent hyperventilating. And breathe deeply from your abdomen and not just your rib cage and lungs. Expand your stomach area before you breathe in through your lungs. Now breathe in and out deeply and calmly from your lungs. Breathe in deeply, fill your air with lungs, and focus on the breathing. Hold your breath for 7 seconds and then exhale for 8 seconds. Release your stress, anxiety, and panicky feelings as you exhale. Concentrating on breathing keeps your mind away from anxiety and panic attacks. Another way of breathing is to count 1 to 20 as you breathe. So you could count after you breathed in, breathe in deeply, 1, exhale. Breathe in again deeply, 2, exhale. Breathe in a third time, count 3, exhale. Breathe in 4, exhale. Breathe in 5, exhale, and so on and so forth until you reach 20. You should not rush through the breathing, but should do it calmly, steadily. I'm going to now talk about how to feel better through your physiology. So another relaxation exercise involves progressive relaxation, where you relax your muscles and tension from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. So you will clench and unclench the muscle groups from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And you will take slow, deep breaths as you do this. And when you breathe in, you inhale positivity. When you breathe out, you exhale any negativity, tension, and stress. So breathe in and out, and then visualize a calming scene. For example, a beach or a garden, or anywhere where you feel safe and calm. Next, you use calming self-talk to reassure yourself. For example, you can say, okay, just relax, take it easy, stay calm, let go of the tension, don't get too stressed out by this exam. Just do it one step at a time. Do what is within my control. Don't be a perfectionist. Just do what is within my ability. and it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Take a deep breath and relax. The answer will come back to me. So you can teach your teenager this relaxation exercise. And in video 2 of the series, I will go deeper into the progressive relaxation exercise aspect. So watch out for video 2 in the next video. We can also help our teenager by bringing them for a walk, accompanying them, basking in nature, because there's a lot of positive ions in trees, in the plants, and in garden. Listen to music, and we can dance. Teenagers love pop music, and so it can help them to just move, and that will help release the stress too, and it's great fun as well. Uh, Next, they can take care of their body by having good nutrition and exercising 3 times a week at least, and having enough sleep. So they should be sleeping 8 hours a day. And during the exam period, it's very important that they would not play too many computer games or be on too much social media. So if it needed, they could detox from social media by going off Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube for a while just during the exam period. I know it's not easy, but if that is a way that they could focus and concentrate, you may like to discuss with them this strategy as a method. It has worked for many of my students when they went off social media before the exams and during the exams as a way to focus and study. Next, they can study in 1 hour blocks and set up a timetable on what they want to study during each hour. After that, they can take 5 to 15 minutes of breaks in between the hour. Do something relaxing and fun and enjoyable to recharge. For example, you could watch a comedy or watch something funny or listen to music or eat something nutritious that they like. Finally, they can talk to a friend or family member that they trust to de-stress. For example, they can WhatsApp a friend or call a friend. Social support is so important during exams. Finally, if your teen is very overwhelmed and the anxiety and stress is really too much for them to take, and they're showing signs of clinical depression or anxiety, you can bring your teen to speak with a counselor for additional support. There's no shame in this. It's all confidential, and you are empowering your child and yourself as a parent. You're showing love, care, and support for your child, as well as extending practical help. And it always helps if someone listens to us, to talk out the issues, and to brainstorm possible solutions. Every school has a school counselor who is willing to listen and help. And there are also many counseling centers in Singapore which can assist. So teens often feel stuck and scared because they fear failure. They have expectations of getting A's and going to a top university. They are paralyzed and emotionally and psychologically cannot move when they feel that they cannot get to their goal. So it helps to generate at least 3 choices with the teenager so that they don't feel stuck. For example, instead of just aiming for the top university like Cambridge University or Yale or NUS, you can generate with them and reassure them that it's okay, even if they go to other universities or a polytechnic or an overseas university or gets an arts degree like one from LaSalle or NAFA. There is more than one path to success. That is the key, that we are able to convey to our teenagers that there is a life beyond grades and that there are many pathways to success. What is important is to empower them with confidence, good self-esteem, and self-worth. So we want to help them work on their strengths and generate choices, hope, and possibilities. We as parents can give them positive affirmation and praise for their strengths, their gifts, and talents, and reassure them that they don't need to go to the top university like Cambridge or Yale, and they can still be very successful. So, for example, if your teenager is very talented in painting, in design, you can discuss with him or her whether they would like to go to NUS to do a degree in communication, or NTU to do a degree in something that is related to design, etc. So, and there is also the pathway of the arts degree in LaSalle or NAFA, as well as an overseas university degree if finances permit it. We want to therefore empower our teen with confidence, good self-esteem, and self-worth, and work on their strengths. For example, the Gallup Strengths Quest provides questions which will give the teens answers to what are their top strengths, which will bring them success. A positive affirmation of these strengths and gifts and talents, as well as really listening to our teen and talking with them, being fully present and encouraging them that we are behind them and with them, will help them a lot. So we want to share with the teen a time that we failed and bounced back. These stories of how we are resilient will help them to reframe failure or setbacks as a chance to learn, to grow, and be more resilient. We want to help our teen to be empathetic and help others in similar situations in future. So we can tell them that, this is not the end. If you have failed, you can bounce back. And also, it makes you more empathetic and you can help other people who are struggling in a similar situation in future. When you frame it for your teenager in such a way, it also helps the teenager in their existential angst, in their search for meaning, purpose, and self identity, because they then realize that the suffering is not in vain, that what they've gone through is not for nothing. There is a purpose in it. It makes them stronger, and also it can help them to help others because they become more empathetic as they went through this situation. In conclusion, the problem is not the problem. It's how we cope with and respond to the problem, as what the great family therapist Virginia Satir said. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like the content, please do like, share, and press the subscribe button so that you can get notifications. And these are the references. Please do post topics you'll be interested to learn in the comments section. We are a community of learners, and this channel is for personal development and growth. I hope that it was helpful for you, and thank you so much again for your time and for watching. Please do share and subscribe and press the notification button if you are interested to find out more. And just a heads up for the next video, we will be focusing on progressive relaxation, visualization, and positive self-talk for the next video. So thank you again so much for your time and for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.